again, Dave.
Hello, Ian.
We keep seeing each other like this.
I know, over Skype and the whatnots.
Yeah, right now our meets are meeting.
Welcome everyone to the Apex Adjacent podcast.
I'm Ian.
I'm Dave.
Yeah,
this is
ostensibly a car show.
This is a car show. This is a car show.
We're going to start right off with cars.
Okay, all right. Ian, what are we going to start off with cars?
We'll get to our other nonsense later, but we're going to actually talk about cars first.
We've got a lot of good stuff this episode.
Yeah. So one of the big news stories in the car world the last couple of days is Nissan has done like an archaeological dig of some sort, or come down from the mountain with some stone tablets and is teasing a new Z car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was not aware of this.
Yeah, they last replaced a Z car in 2009.
Yeah, it's been a while for the 350, 370.
Yeah, the 370 came out in 2009.
Yeah.
So they're teasing it. It's the 400. It's going to be the 400Z.
Oh.
There's some speculation that it's going to be the engine from the Infiniti Q50 or whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about any of that. The teaser looks good, but we'll see.
Okay.
I just want to play an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is the game that Ian and Dave play on the Apex Adjacent podcast. It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people like gross people do, play it with cars, which are objects, not people. In this game, F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it, it's your daily driver. K means you kill it, you crush it, and that is it. Ian,
Correct.
Hit me with your FMK Cars best shot, Pat Benatar.
Okay, this one is called I fell asleep and forgot to change. Nissan Z cars with a slow to change twist. So like I mentioned, it has been a very long time since a true refresh of this platform. And then there was a big gap before that where there was no Z car for a long time, right?
Right.
So you're going to get a twist, and they're all pretty self-explanatory. So get your Google machine ready.
Up and running, buddy.
For the people.
Yeah.
All right. So the first is the Nissan 280ZX.
Okay. All right. ZX. Okay.
With this car, you always have an out of office reply that's turned on, and it always says that you'll be back in the office like 6 months ago.
Okay. All right.
We've all seen this in our professional lives. You email someone and it's like, oh, I'll be back in the office. And it's like a date from like a month ago. Right?
Yes.
And you're like, do you not know how to turn that off? You knew how to turn it on.
Right. My favorite is when someone sets a rule and also the out of office message. So sometimes you'll get one with one date and then the rule will fire and you get another response with a second other date and both are wrong. Yeah.
Both are in the past.
Yes. So a 280Z. Now, if I remember correctly, a lot of people did not enjoy the 280Z because it was Datsun, Nissan, their efforts to make the car bigger and more powerful, but what it did was make it heavier and more lethargic.
Right.
But it looks absolutely glorious.
But there was a turbo model.
Oh,
that had like 180 horsepower.
Okay, all right.
But you know,
a comedian I like named Heather Ann Campbell, she has a 280Z that she rebuilt. Yeah. Let's see, Heather Ann Campbell 280Z. Let's see if it comes up on the Googleator. I think it was a cool. It's got like really nice Koenig wheels, and she did a really good job with it. Yeah, she does some gaming podcasts and stuff like that. So, but anyway, okay. So 280Z. All right.
280Z, and you have the out of date, out of office all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
The next is the 370Z.
Okay. So current offering. Okay.
The current one. Current.
Right.
370Z. You may only change your underwear once a week.
Oh, Ian, why are you doing this to me, buddy?
I mean, I mean, Nissan's doing it to us. So
they're making you keep the old thing around as long as possible. Right. Okay.
Yeah, they haven't done it to us is the problem.
Okay.
So now I have to do this to you. My hands are tied. I don't make the rules.
But you do?
Shh.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We'll move past it.
The twist on this next one is a little like it may be my house specific. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is the 240Z, the OG.
Okay. All right.
All right. So in this one, you forget to order coffee whenever you're at the end of your coffee supplies.
Okay.
And you end up having to rifle through. We have at our house a tin of tea. Like the spare, like the onesie twosies.
Yep, the loosies, if you will.
Yeah, the loosies of the teas, and you gotta like rifle through there for the one with the highest caffeine content.
Right.
And you do that every time you run out of coffee. You gotta have that for a couple of days after that.
Oh, so for a couple of days. Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh God, I have to kill the 240. I mean, everyone.
I knew you couldn't survive. One guaranteed one day without coffee. You couldn't do it.
Right. Even if I have a potent tea, right? Or maybe the chance at a potent tea, right? When are we starting our tea company called Potent Tea?
No, never.
Potent.
Never.
There's something there. We're going to do it.
There really isn't. You can let that steep for as long as you like. It's not going to happen.
Potent. All right. Yeah. I'm going to crack this. Okay. This is now the pun podcast. Puncast. Coffee is, as you know, Ian, my absolute vice. I mean, there is no higher dependency I have in my life than caffeine. It is right up there with oxygen. Like the two of them are kind of neck and neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am aware.
Yeah. So I think I have to kill that.
Okay. All right. So then are you going to change your underwear once a week or have the out-of-date office replies?
For a day, I will roll in a tricked out 280Z just to see what that's all about.
Okay.
And then I am going to marry changing my underwear once a week and a Nissan 370Z.
Okay.
But I do have to say, no underwear, no problem.
No. You don't. I knew you were going to try to cheat.
I don't get to go commando.
No.
I have to live with my swass.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm going to really have to time my showers in order to maintain marital bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. What would you do, Ian?
So as I've kind of discussed before, I really enjoy as like little pieces of being passive aggressive or subversive with my corporate communications.
Yes, you do.
So each little sprinkling of that I get to do really does like recharge me a little bit. So
yeah,
I think I'm going to marry the 280ZX.
Okay.
It's an interesting car, and that's the least bad of these. And then I'm going to crush the 370Z because I can't go a week with one pair of underwear.
No.
I can barely go an hour. And then the 240Z I'll do for a day. Because I do have to do that sometimes. I forget to order coffee.
Oh,
and
buddy.
I rifle through the spares.
Yeah.
The spares tin.
Oh, that is harsh, Ian. That is harsh. I want my boy to have his caffeine.
Me too.
Yeah.
I want your boy to have caffeine as well.
So how often will you go an entire day without caffeine? Because I feel like your dependency is not as crippling as mine.
No, I will not infrequently like forget to drink coffee, but like I like
how does
intend
that
to.
Work? Well, when you don't have the crippling dependency, right?
My life is chaos. Well, no, I'll be in a crap mood all day, and I'll make it till like 5 o'clock, and I'll reflect back on my day and be like, oh, that all checks out now.
Okay.
I've been in a shit mood all day. That's why.
It all falls into place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Do you deal with caffeine headaches?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I love that built-in reminder that I'm not meeting my quota.
Right. Yeah. No, I just get distracted and, get focused in on other stuff.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good one. I'm excited to see a new 400 from Nissan.
Yeah, a new Z car. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it contrasts with the Supra BMW thing.
Right. Because that's really its competition, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See how it like kind of slots in against that versus like the BRZs of the world and all that. Like it's gonna be interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, also just like the Mustang.
True.
If you look at a Mustang from 2009 versus now,
right,
that's a big difference. Like a Mustang GT in 2009 versus now is hugely changed.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it lands, if it's going to have a manual, like all that sort of stuff.
Right. Yeah, and I mean they need something underneath the GTR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need that intermediary step between the Pulsar and the GTR.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I mean it's like Maxima GTR.
Right. Yeah.
For as far as cars, like that's it.
Yeah.
And so the teaser video they released was like their whole line.
Okay.
Like refreshing, like.
I love it when they do that with like all the Z cars.
No. It's not the Z car line. It's like their whole catalog of products.
Oh, okay.
That they're going to be releasing over the next couple of years.
Gotcha.
And the GTR was notably not in there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Do you think they're going to stop making it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just not going to get refreshed anytime soon. But that's also been, I mean, that's about as old as the 370.
Right. Huh. Weird. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. And like, I know some people were always clamoring for an Infinity version of the GTR, right. Stuff like that, because they did get an Infinity version of the 350 and the 370, right? The G350 and 370 coupe. Or G35 and 37, yeah, coupe, which I think look good, but those are certainly the flat brimmed vaping half of the Infinity ownership, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Such a weird mix of demographics that company has,
isn't it? I mean. Right? Can you imagine being like a dealer at Mike Ward Infinity, like down in Littleton, and having to deal with like all of like the Highlands Ranch, like, upper middle class kids coming in like and drooling over G37s and like me wanting them to fix the airbag on my old man sedan and then getting upset when they give me an EX30.
Right. To be an Infinity salesman, you need like a Superman phone booth.
Yes.
Like jump in and then like you come out in a cloud of vape smoke and you're ready to sell a G37, and then you can go back in and look like presentable to a retired dentist or whatever.
I think you're right. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Presto changeo. Yeah. Yeah. You need to dress as the villain Two-Face. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. One side is vape smoke and flat brims. And
Yeah.
The other side is, Tommy Bahama shirts.
Yeah. That'd be a good sketch, actually. Like a father-son duo comes into an Infiniti dealership and there's just one salesman there all by himself. And he's like constantly like jumping in and out of different outfits.
He's missed doubtfiring the sale.
Yes.
It was a drive-by vaping. Yes.
That's exactly what it would be.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah. Sally Field and her son go to an Infiniti dealership.
Yep.
Nice.
That's exactly what it is.
I like that, Ian. That's really good. Okay. Oh.
So that's my contribution to today's content. So I guess I can just sit back and let the rest happen.
Ian, one of my favorite things about this show is not just the content that you bring, but the content that you react to.
Ah, right.
Ian.
Yes.
So
yes.
I have some stuff for you. Okay. Do you have our talkabouts up?
I do. Yes.
Okay. I want you to be the talkabout. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the talkabout. I don't know, the person that keeps us on track, the MC, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're going to show me some things that you have seen.
I've seen some FMK cars, buddy. Yeah. Let me pull up our trusty browser here again, and let me pop open the folder. And I want your reaction to a vanity plate that I saw.
Oh, I love when you bring me vanity plates.
Yes.
They're always terrible.
They are. All right. So, Ian, tell the people what you're seeing right now. Inevitably, I ask you to do that, and you laugh, and it's my favorite part of the show.
I mean, the thing that's funniest about this is that, yes, it's an Audi S5.
A white Audi S5.
A white Audi S5 with the spoiler.
Yeah, that tiny carbon blade spoiler.
And it says, the license plate says reckless. But the thing that makes it hilarious is that they're in the drive-thru line at Chick-fil-A. Leave it on the edge!
I'm fucking reckless. I'd like 6-piece chicken nuggets, please, and extra pickles on the sandwich.
Yeah. And you know what's good? Regular Coke. Regular Coke.
I don't need your diet lemonade. Yeah.
Because I'm reckless, guitar solo.
I'm getting the spicy chicken sandwich tonight, baby. Also, I mean, okay. So let's say you're speeding and you get pulled over and you have a vanity plate that says reckless. Are you helping or hurting the situation at this point?
Yeah. And honestly, I think we may have actually misread this again.
Tragedy. Oh, no. What the fuck is your translation of this Dakota going to be?
It's pretty clear because the last S
is a 5.
Yes.
A 5. Okay.
And there's no, we're assuming that says reckless. But really, I think what this person has seen Don Rickles 5 times in concert.
I knew you were going to say Don Rickles.
Rickles 5. That's what it says. He's seen Don Rickles 5 times. They get a new license plate every time they see Don Rickles.
And is this what you would tell the police officer if this was your vanity plate?
Yes.
No, sir. Actually, a big Don Rickles fan. And you like rip open your shirt and have a chest tattoo of him.
Yeah. I actually have a hit out on Rickles 1 through 4 if you want to take care of that for me.
What was that line that he said to Artie Lang in Dirty Work? He's like, "You look like a baby gorilla." I heard an interview with Artie and he said like that, keeping a straight face during that, like him roasting him was just completely impossible during that movie.
I bet.
Yeah. Awful movie. No good, but it's worth it for that scene for sure. Yeah. Where do you
Also, reckless. If you're buying an Audi,
right.
it's not even the fast one.
Right.
How reckless are you really?
Exactly, right?
Because I'm so reckless, I'm getting the all-wheel drive, not quite fastest version.
The safety-centric, right?
Right.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Now, I think it's interesting that you mentioned like kind of that Audi like safe, like, you know, because I think I may have a slight car stanza for you. Okay. Now, this is also an Audi, and it is an Audi RS7, and it was sitting next to me at a traffic light, but I didn't get a good picture of the entire car. But here's what I did get. It's the rear driver's side. What's that little tiny window after the passenger window called?
Right. Yeah. I'm not sure what that
There's
is.
There's a name for that. Yeah.
I know what the Ghost is about.
Right. So there's a Ghost decal on it. Ian, where do you recognize the Ghost decal that's on this Audi from?
Yeah, that Ghost decal, if I remember right, that is the emblem for the fighter airplane squadron that shares a facility with Koenigsegg.
Yes.
And that Ghost is on all the Koenigsegg cars.
You're exactly right. So this idiot not only had a Ghost vanity plate with the T being a 7, they took the Koenigsegg Ghost sticker and they put it on their Audi. This is definitely a case of the car stanza-ishness, right? Because, like, this is kind of car stanza adjacent, right?
Right, because it sounds like they have more of a Ghost thing.
Yes, than posing as a Koenigsegg thing.
Right.
Koenigsegg thing. That's our new podcast, Koenigsegg things.
Oh my God. Dave must be stopped. Yeah, because the number of people who would know what that is pretty small.
Right.
Like, I'm ashamed of myself for walking around with that knowledge in my head.
No, it's a badass logo. That Koenigsegg's like heritage is awesome that they make their cars in the old fighter jet warehouses.
Yeah, it's cool.
Badass.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird.
Right? It's an odd lateral move, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like people who believe in ghosts are like one level. And then people who are like into it.
Right.
That's like a whole other thing.
Right. Now, would this be even close to acceptable if this person had a Koenigsegg at home? And this was just their runabout driver?
No.
Okay.
That's bragging.
Okay. And you do not.
Here, at least you just have a weird hobby.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And also, I think it's a case of like, if the person that got this does know that it came from a Koenigsegg and put it on the car, which maybe they didn't, and you put it on your car, you have a cool enough car to begin with. Right? This was like when we saw that Hyundai Genesis with the Type R sticker on it. Right. Your car is cool as it is, right? Don't gild the lily here.
Yeah. Well, like the M5 with the Alpine stuff all over.
Yep. Yeah, that Mark spotted. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Very strange.
You have a cool enough car, dude. Like, let that just kind of be what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think this is car stanza. I think we can give a rating of, on a scale of like 1 to Kia being dressed up as a BMW
X5.
Yeah, we'll give this a glancing side eye pass.
Okay, I really endorse that scale. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To the 10 being the car stanza that haunted my dreams literally the night after I saw it.
Right. Yeah. This is like a 3 where you just kind of go, watching.
Right.
We're cool now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep an eye on that.
Yes. Do I also need to tell you that they were driving like an absolute turd?
No.
Okay.
That is apparent from the color of the car, the tint of the windows, and the ghost sticker.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay, let's see what else. I have.
Maybe they're also reckless.
I'm sorry, they're what?
Reckless.
I really wish I had guitar solo noises to insert.
I know.
Yeah, I'll do it in post. I won't do it in post. Okay, so now we've seen some dumb stuff, right? Ian, I would like to show you some nice stuff, okay?
Oh.
You know, I've been going to the junkyard lately to scrounge Saab parts, right?
Yes.
And a seat for a racing sim setup, which I found out it's a Kia seat. So,
is it really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
But I saw in the parking lot of the junkyard, Ian, a car that came up from our beloved neighbors to the south, Mexico.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Ian.
Oh, look at that.
It's the little baby Ram truck.
Yes.
So this is a Fiat properly, but it's like I did one of these in an FMK Cars to you a while ago.
You did. Yeah. And what's it called?
I can't remember, but I'm going to show another picture of it here. Yep, here's the front. You can tell it's a lot more Fiat in the front, right? Especially with that grill chrome piece. And then I'm going to look for the name of it. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was from the Colombian market. Yeah. 700. There you go. Thank you. And look at the license plate. It's like my last name. It's got a knuck on it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this is plated in Mexico. And so I mean, this is adorable, and I absolutely want a tiny Fiat truck. It's so rad.
So this was not in the junkyard. This was like in the parking lot of the junkyard.
You are correct. Yes, yes. When I showed this to my wife, she was like, "Oh my God, why did they scrap that?" You know, I was like, "Oh no, sorry. Like I did not communicate that clearly to you." Yeah, that one's on me. Someone drove this there. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that little...
Probably to find Saab parts.
I think you might be right. Yeah. Yeah. Or to find Fiat parts, right?
Oh,
yeah. I love the little bumper that like comes up over the lower part of the thing, but then has the steps lower. It's so cool. And the little bash guard on the back window to keep stuff from coming through. Like that's...
Well, and my favorite part about this is that they very thoughtfully parked next to a full-size pickup truck.
Yes. Yeah.
Just to really give you a sense of scale.
Right.
And a Mitsubishi Montero.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Also, well done with the taillight on the Montero, Ian. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
It says Mont.
Yeah. But still, if you didn't see the Mont, you would know. Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah. You're exactly right. And like, for some reason, when I had Dusty Rusty, and there was like just like a douche bro truck in a parking lot or something like that, or just some giant vehicle, I always felt compelled to park Dusty Rusty right next to that vehicle for some reason. And then I'd usually take a picture and then just go into Home Depot and buy some screws or whatever I was getting, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know why I always want to do that, but like, do you get any satisfaction out of that?
Well, yeah. I mean, my favorite picture of that is when I went on that super crazy off-road to the ghost town in Colorado. I can't remember what
you were at the trailhead, right?
Yeah, and like I parked between those like two crazy lifted Jeeps, and there's like no ground clearance under my car whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it took me like 6 hours to get down that road, but I made it.
You did. Yeah. I love that stuff. I don't know. I like the seeing my car at a different light, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Nice. So the little baby Ram truck, thank you. Made me so happy. I got out of the Vigan because I drove the Vigan there and like just shut the door, locked it, was like, like, you know, of all the cars I'm freaking out in the parking lot about, it's a tiny little Fiat Ram truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then,
well, I mean, that's like my friend when Kirby went to Japan. When Kirby went to Japan, he kept sending me pictures of like Supras and
GTR,
all that sort of stuff.
yeah, Skylines.
And I was like, what's that K-van in the background?
Yes.
He was like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, when we're freaking out over like a Justy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's another junkyard spot. This was in there as well. Obviously not in the parking lot, but somebody scrapped a beautiful Alfa Romeo Spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see some sad stuff in the junkyard sometimes,
Yeah, but it's probably given life to many, many other delusional Alfa Romeo owners. So.
You're 100% correct, because I'm surprised the seats and the convertible top mechanism was still on this thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So circle of life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So are there any parts you need me to start hoarding for you when I'm making these junkyard trips?
Oh man, I don't know. Like tear receptacles. Maybe just start looking for money in the seats. I think that's probably
okay.
Probably the best.
Loose change and Cheerios.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, buddy. I'll let you know.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I did have like a very enthusiastic moment last week when there was a sob posted to one of the U-Pull-It yards that was listed as only being there 2 days, and I thought it was a 2-door, and it was blue.
Oh.
And I drove up there, and the picture was misleading. It was actually a 4-door.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Yep.
You need to just like pay an employee there like $10 a month to just like call you first.
Yes, exactly. Right.
Let me put you on a bribery retainer.
There you go. That would be a great premise for an FMK Cars. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to do one of those. Okay. All right. I'm telling myself out loud now so that when I edit the show later, I don't forget. I think that's about all I have for my eyes, Ian. But we have some other fun stuff from some listeners.
Yeah, it looks like Jared sent us an FMK Cars that we can play.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because I was obviously busy trying to do other audio and podcast things.
Obviously.
Yeah. So Jared sent us an FMK Cars. Do you have his email? I can pull it up real quick.
I do.
So you did?
I can
Okay.
read it, and then why don't we tag team this? We'll do this together.
Okay. Nice.
And he said, so FMK based just on these dashboards from 1980s cars.
Yeah.
So the first one is a 1987 Nissan Gloria.
Okay, here you go. Here is the image of that. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, you're talking my language right there. Dave, 90s boy, is picking up what you are putting down.
Right. Buttons on buttons
yes.
on buttons.
I love it so much. And just the right amount of wood, right?
See, now I already see something that I do not like.
Okay, give me that.
I am not a fan of the gauges.
Oh, okay, because they're not round and not square?
Yes.
Okay, the dials on them, they're a bit like a beveled rectangle.
Yeah, and it's like, pick a shape, man. I want it round or I want it square.
Okay, all right. Sometimes the wasted space in the negative space in a gauge cluster will bother me, so I understand that. I get that, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm also not crazy about whatever this bonkers dial is on the steering wheel. Look at that.
I do. Yeah.
It's a volume knob.
Yeah.
There are several knobs on the steering wheel.
I am here for them, Ian.
That's crazy.
Also,
this says it's a Cedric.
It does. But
I wonder if it's the same.
I don't know. I'm just going to trust Jared on this one.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is my aesthetic, man. Like a weird 3-spoke steering wheel, all the late 80s, early 90s design. Everything is round, but also a rectangle. I'm into it.
Right.
I'm into it. Okay. All right.
Right. And I do like the way the Gloria looks too on the outside.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is the 1983 Renault 25.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And being French, it has a bonkers steering wheel.
It does. It looks like a Cylon or like a supervillain mask or something. Like I think of like MF Doom when I see the steering wheel.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and those 2 switches are definitely eyes, right? Yeah.
I also like that it just says COD on the display.
Yes, on the stereo, you're listening to a fishing show. Yeah.
COD.
COD radio.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Look at that boss ass equalizer.
See, that's exactly what I was going to say. Any car that has an equalizer on the dash, I am here for it, man. I don't care if it's just 3 bands. I want little slidey things that I move up and down.
And they don't do very much.
No, they don't, but I want them there.
Right. Like it gives you, more than like modern cars where you have this like veneer of like, we've got this.
Right.
This is like, you don't have control, but we're going to make you feel like you're making the decisions.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's the complete opposite of modern cars.
Right. Yes. I and the like the 3 like knobs or like jog wheels almost on the dashboard. Those I will say
this driving position looks horrendous. Doesn't it?
It looks very upright. Yeah, it looks a little bus drivery.
Yeah, the steering wheel is very bus drivery.
Yeah.
And then the pedals look like, and maybe it's just the perspective of the camera, but then like look where the seat is in relation to the shifter too. Like it all looks very odd.
Right. They definitely pulled the seat all the way back for the picture.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But also it's not a big car to begin with. And it does have like a burled wood shift knob. So there's that.
Right.
There's that, Ian.
Yeah. I need to remind myself what it looks like on the other side. I know we're supposed to only go by the.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll pull one up. Okay.
Yeah.
Renault 25, bro. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like these. Yeah. Not as funky on the outside as it is on the inside.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But in the same vein as the previous car, as the Nissan.
For sure. Okay.
And then the last one is the good old 85 Subaru XT.
One of the weirdest things.
Such a weird car.
Right? Yeah. But like I like it. But yeah, here I'm gonna put it so we can cycle through the tabs here. Yeah, so it has a weird boomerang steering wheel with a big accented like piece that comes down. The park drive like transmission lever looks like a weird beer tap crossed with a banana.
Yeah, and I've been in a stick shift one of those too, and it's the same sort of weird shape.
Oh, really? Even for a manual?
Yeah, and then I always think like those big like clumps of buttons are like just the biggest, chunkiest, most 80s nonsense that I've ever seen, right?
Yes, for sure.
The big pods on either side of the steering wheel. Looks so strange.
Yeah, they look like they were tacked on, right? Yeah. Is that what you hit instead of stalks to turn on the blinkers?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Where were the blinkers? Huh.
There may be there's a stalk there too. You can see.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There you go.
Spoke of the steering wheel.
Yeah. Zoom and enhance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It must be a Japanese market car because the stock is on the other side.
You are correct. And I mean, look at that dash with like the car in the lane, right? Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Right. And you know that really means nothing, but it's cool as hell, right?
Yes.
It's like Knight Rider, but without what's his name, drunk on the floor eating cheeseburgers.
Hasselhoff?
Yes, David Hasselhoff. Yes. It's like you're getting like a Knight Rider vibe without like being big in Germany.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
So basically Knight Rider, but less cool is what you're saying.
What do you think you would do in this situation, Ian? What do you like the most?
I know exactly what I would do.
Okay, let me hear it.
I am going to marry, without hesitation, this Renault and its horrendous seating position.
I knew it. I had the mouse over that tab ready to go. Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, just looking at it, I don't think I would see out of that car, just the way that, like, I don't know. None of that geometry makes sense to me.
Right.
The dashboard is very weirdly shaped and like canted away from the driver, which I never like. But the buttons are very cool.
The equalizer's rad.
I am all about this wooden shift knob.
Yep.
The seat looks very comfy.
Oh yeah. Oh, and look at I was just gonna say, look at the coin holder next to the shift knob. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like, I don't know, a French car is just cooler.
Yeah.
Right?
You will have ticked off a big box in your life, Ian, when you have finally owned a French car for a period of time.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, I mean, that is inevitable for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Citroen, Peugeot, Renault. It's gonna be one of them. Probably not a Peugeot, but probably a Renault or a Citroen, right?
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully at some point, just any French car, I feel like that's what I need.
Yeah. Right? I like that.
Right,
like,
because I'm not quite cool enough to have an Italian car.
No, what? No. Where are you getting that? That, you know what we call that, Ian? That's stinking thinking, buddy.
You know what I need? I need a car that says COD on the dashboard. That's what I need in my life.
You do.
That's just the truth of it.
Yep.
It's fine.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to marry the Renault. And then I'm going to crush the...
I think I know how this is going.
I got to crush the Nissan.
I knew it. I knew you were going to crush the Gloria because it's not weird enough to spend a day in, right?
Yeah, it's weird because like those dials are weird and like the knobs on the steering wheel are weird.
Right.
But it's not quirky, it's not like fun weird.
Right. It's like me weird.
No. If you don't let me self-deprecate, you don't get to either.
Right. That is stinking thinking as well. Right.
So that means for a day I will drive the Subaru XT.
Okay.
What would you do?
Okay. So I was just pulling up a picture of the Gloria because I wanted to see it again. But
that is the generation after the one that this one is.
Yeah, you are correct. So I am, for a day, I am spending time in the Renault.
Okay.
Because I just need to experience that. I need to smell the weird French glue that they use. It's probably based on some kind of cheese, or like butter is holding all of this together. I need to be part of that for a day. Right.
Right. And you're just going to play with that equalizer.
Oh, nonstop. And those 3 jog wheels on the thing. Yeah. That's not going away anytime soon. As someone who owns a car that the inside looks like a Japanese ATM, this car resonates with me, right? You have to admit, my car looks like an ATM on the inside, right?
It does. Yes. That's a very good way to put it. Yeah.
It's not a great design, but I like it. Okay. So I'm marrying that. Unfortunately, I'm killing the Subaru XT. I think having that asymmetry in the steering wheel would probably, I would either love it or it would drive me nuts. And I don't know until I spend like a week in it. You know how like I always find those like things with my hands when I'm driving when we're at driving events, like I will routinely tell Ian the part of the car that is bothering me that I am currently touching it, but yet cannot stop touching.
Right. It's like when you bite the inside of your lip.
Yes.
Or you bite the inside of your cheek and you spend the rest of the day like sticking your tongue into the wound.
Yes. Yes. Right. I will find that weird part on the back of the steering wheel where the plastic meets the leather and like the weird thing there. And even though it's not quite something you were meant to touch, I won't stop. Right. Mm-hmm. So I think that asymmetrical steering wheel might. Yeah, I don't know.
I could see that driving you absolutely crazy.
Right. And I am not a fan of that weird beer tap shifter, man. That thing is weird. It looks like you're shifting with like a plantain. It's so odd.
It is strange.
It is. I think it's strange because I feel like it's out of place with the steering wheel. Right.
Right.
Yeah. If it was more angular, I think I'd be into it. But yeah. But I am 1,000,000,000% marrying the Nissan Gloria. And
really?
Yeah, that is my aesthetic. Yeah, I am into that. I want this. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if the outside looks like a Yugo. I want to spend time in this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that is my jam.
You could tell also that this car, I mean, there's several clues that this is not like a sports car,
right?
Sporty car at all. Like the seats look just, I mean, cardboard flat.
they are park bench flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I want all these buttons on the steering wheel. Yeah. I want to switch between AM and FM on the steering wheel. I want to be able to turn on the recirculator on the air conditioning from the steering wheel.
What is that button layout?
I don't know.
So strange.
I don't know, but I'm here for it.
Well, and also it looks like you adjust the cruise control up and down with a lateral
yep.
dial.
Yes.
Which is a little weird. It's not up and down.
Right. But it would be left and right. Yeah.
Super strange, man.
Yeah, but I am into it. And also, I love this color blue. Like this weird blue leather interior. Yeah, I'm there.
No, I mean, the color is great.
Yeah.
I do like the color.
Yeah. So, yeah, right? Oh, I mean,
no, I'm crushing it.
I'm making this my desktop wallpaper. Jared, thank you so much for sending this in. This is awesome. I love this.
Yeah, that was excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So, okay. All right. What else? What else we have on the list, Taskmaster Ian, MC Ian?
We did a feature on the show a bit ago. Or as an extra thing, not on the show, but as an extra thing that you can go find on our YouTube channel. Where we played a game with Craigslist, and we've had a couple of responses back.
Yes.
About them.
Okay.
So we did two of those. We did one where we had a fantasy $10,000 to buy whatever riches were available on Craigslist.
Right.
And in Denver, Craigslist on the given day.
Right.
And so we got a response about that from Israel.
Yes. Yeah. Let me pull up the pictures that he sent us. Okay. So he said,
think I have that.
Yeah, I've got it in front of me.
Okay.
For the $10,000 one, he says FMK. So he threw an FMK on top of it. Not a bad way to spend 10 grand or $9,500. First up, this one says it's a hot rod, a 1923 bucket hot rod. It says it needs a few things to get on the road. And here is a picture of a 404 Air that I just showed you.
Yes.
You are welcome. I'm downloading the image. I'm showing it in the containing folder, Ian. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Almost there. Stall for time, Ian. Here we go. Okay. There you go. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So
when you said needs a few things to get back on the road, I expected it to be like 90% ash.
Right. Yeah. Normally it's just like frame rails and sadness, right?
Right. But this is a pleasant surprise.
It is. It is. Okay. So the next one is, he says, do you even jet to Ute, bro? And that, Ian, is a Volkswagen Jetta Ute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It looks, well.
Is that a homebrew kit?
I think so. It looks good. Like, it actually looks properly boxed in the back around the wheel arches.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know what? I have the link. Let's see if the posting's still up. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Denver, Craigslist. Come on. Jetta pickup turbo 200 horsepower. Ian, it's based on a 2008 Wolfsburg edition.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and it is a proper conversion, the Smith conversion. That must be a real proper kit. I've never heard of it, but yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Outstanding gas mileage, blah, blah, blah. 200 horsepower. It rolls, comma, right on down the road. Well, I mean, it has 4 fucking wheels, so it better, dude. 84,000 miles, very good shape. Some small hail dings. Ian, I mean, this is a cool version of the little Fiat Ram truck, you know?
Yeah, these things are super cool. I've seen these before, and yeah, they're super rad. I do think $9,500 is maybe a bit optimistic.
I think you're right. Yeah.
For let's be honest, 12-year-old Volkswagen.
Right.
That's been customized.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like
quite a bit. Right.
I mean, it's super cool though, and I think for $5,000, it'd be real compelling.
Yes, absolutely, right? Because then that puts it in I would also have fun fucking with people in it, for that money territory where people would just be like, it's a Jetta, it's a truck, Yeah. Yeah.
Because
right.
then it becomes a project where you could lift it.
Right. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. How much would you like a bagged VW Jetta pickup truck?
Hell yeah. That's the other way you could do it. Yeah. Bag it or lift it and put big, cut the fenders, put big tires on it.
The only thing it can't be is stock height, right?
Yes, that's out.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Right. You need to go up or you need to go down. There's no middle ground. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All the way up, all the way down.
Right.
This elevator is the express, not the local. We only go to the top floor and the bottom floor.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lastly, oh boy, Ian, he says this car was not even born until a decade after chameleon paint ceased to be a thing. It's like seeing a teenager in a 311 shirt. Israel's a funny dude. It is a Fiat 500 Abarth.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Jesse. With
trigger warning, Fiat 500 Abarth.
Yeah, we should have called it trigger warning. I ran over my headphone cable and it is driving me mad. Okay. All right. Okay. It has the chameleon purple paint. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell people about what you're thinking about this, Ian.
I don't hate these sorts of paint jobs.
Okay. All right.
I know that they're ridiculous and silly and completely extraneous.
Uh-huh.
I kind of like it.
I don't blame you because, I mean, it's not like it's on like a Honda Civic. It's on a 500 Abarth, which is meant to be ridiculous to begin with. Right.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, the fact that this is the same price with less miles than that Jetta that we just looked at.
Right.
It's crazy to me. And it's also, 6 years newer.
Yeah.
These things are so much fun.
Yeah.
Might be a tad unreliable, as Jesse can attest to.
Yes.
But they are crazy fun.
Yes.
They sound amazing.
Oh, the little burble is adorable, and it's like a tiny little it is like a a tiny dog that just thinks it's the shit, right? But it's like, oh, well, that little guy has some grunt, you know? Right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like everything, you know, like the Alfa Romeo, the Quadrifoglio. Which I don't know if you know this. I drove on track and you didn't. You've never brought that up before.
This podcast is over.
But like I talk about how like everything in that feels special.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes. I mean, I wouldn't know, but sure, I'll go off of what you say. Yeah.
Yes. All of the inputs felt special and you could tell there was something exciting happening underneath you.
Right.
This is like that, but with joy.
Okay. You
know, like just like I'm just so excited to be here. I can't contain myself.
Okay.
And let's go check this out over here. Let's go over here. What about that on-ramp? Let's go do that.
Yes.
That's what that car is.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right.
Yeah.
So given the 3 cars that Israel sent us, the Hot Rod, the Jetta Ute, and the 500 Abarth with the chameleon purple paint, what would you FMK?
I would marry the Fiat.
Me too, hands down.
I would crush the Hot Rod.
I would as well.
I've always just assumed that those things drive horrendously and are just terrifying.
They cannot drive well. Like, yeah, right? Even in a straight line, it has to be an issue, right?
You would think so.
I mean, it's 1923 suspension technology.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bed frame with a huge engine, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
Like a box spring bed frame with an engine.
I would rather drive that front wheel drive LS Mitsubishi Eclipse that we saw
right.
than the Hot Rod. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So for a day, and then for a day, I would either bag or lift this Jetta pickup.
Yes, I will give you like a gift card to like Bags R Us or Lifts R Us for this. Yeah.
Which I'm still blown away by how much they're asking for this.
Yes, it is a lot. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's the going. I haven't priced Wolfsburg Edition
2008 Jettas
more than a decade ago, but it seems like a lot.
There's no way a 12-year-old Jetta could hold its value like that, right? Because what were they new? Like 30?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. For a Wolfsburg edition, yeah. But marrying the 500 Abarth is definitely the right thing. Yeah. Right?
Trigger warning.
Yeah, sorry. And also, I would also like to, this is a public service announcement. If you're in Denver and you need a tow truck, do not use a company called Where To Towing. I'm not going to elaborate on that. Just call someone else. Thank you. Don't you love it when I shit on just a random corporation on the show?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. That's what we should do.
Yeah. No, don't call them. So don't. Yeah. Call someone else. Anyway, yeah. Okay.
And another thing, Doritos, you know what you did.
I'm looking at you.
Get out of here.
Heinz, Cranch? Really? Cranch? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we also did another one of those where we did $2,500.
Yes, you are correct.
And we also got a response on that from our buddy Mark.
Yes, and since Mark is a Linux user and smarter than all of us, when he pastes a ping into an email, sometimes it doesn't come through. Sometimes Google freaks out over it. So I don't have actual pictures. So I'm going to just.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it has the.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his email and it just has the path.
Yeah, it's just the raw binary data. So,
because he's sending us an FMK cars via command line.
Yes. So Mark said for the $2,500, he found a Ford ZX3 right?
Okay.
Which I think is a great, solid $2,500 car. He said his wife's friend bought a ZX3 new and soon sold it. She got tired of the recall notices. Here, let me pull one up because I always thought they looked okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your? Have you intersected with a ZX3?
Yeah, my sister had a ZX2.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I was thinking of the Escort, not the Focus. Okay, so the ZX3 is the Focus-based one. Mm-hmm. Okay. I like that more. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've driven these as well. I've driven a bunch of those. These ones. They were okay, and I think for a $2,500 car, they're fine. I do know that there is a pretty big aftermarket community for these, though.
Yes.
So, I mean, that'd be a decent base for like a race car. Or it'd be an excellent base for like a starter autocross car.
Well, that was what I picked in the $2,500 challenge was a ZX3 because of like the SVT brake swap and like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And the SVT ones were awesome.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. Right. Let's see here. He said his sister had a Gen 2 4Runner like what you picked, Ian. She loved that car and it was really reliable. Of course, those things, I mean, like you can hit them with a nuke and they somehow start up.
That's a truck.
Right? Yeah. She got a Gen 2 CRV and she liked the off-road ability of the 4Runner much better. Of course, the body on frame doesn't sit very high off the floor, which Mark kind of liked. Yeah, so like kind of sitting lower in the car instead of on top of it. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you've driven like a Gen 2 4Runner, right?
I don't know that I have.
Okay.
I don't think I have. I've been in one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever driven one, though.
I think when you show up in Colorado, you have been in a 4Runner at that point. Like that's just something that happens. Like I had a friend that had one for a long time. Yeah. And I mean, it was great. It was like a 1989 and it was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. What's crazy, I mean, those things though, I mean, those in Tacomas like are basically like the base level, like they're like the gold standard of car values in Colorado, right?
Yes.
Because they're cheaper than like $9,000.
Right. Yeah.
Unless real beat up.
Right. Yeah. They're cool trucks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But make no mistake, they are trucks. Yeah. Right. Mark also found a Del Sol on Craigslist. And he has a 2-seat front wheel drive Honda. So go figure. He's the one that made the cool mods on his CRZ. He likes the Targa rear top and the retractable rear window. He found an SI VTEC.
The SI Del Sol is interesting, but like, I've never been a huge fan of the Del Sol. Like I've always just felt like I'd rather have a Prelude or a Civic.
Okay. I always thought the Del Sol was cool, but I remember sitting in one at a car show and I could not fit in it.
That's not surprising.
It just rejected me like a bad kidney transplant. Like it was just like I got in it and it went to get me out. Like yeah, right.
Yeah, no, the Del Sol has never done it for me for some reason. Yeah, I like the Prelude of that same generation. I'm all about it.
Right. That was probably my favorite era for Honda. Mm-hmm. Right? Like if we're picking like Honda's portfolio.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right? 1997? Yeah, here, let's look at the 1997 Prelude. Right?
Yeah. That would have been, that's the 4th gen Prelude?
I can't remember. I think it is the 4th gen. Yeah. So that 5th gen with the big headlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am into that because every now and then you see one on the street and you stop dead in your tracks and you're like, that's right. That's a cool ass car.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. And the older ones in this too, like if you see a clean one, it looks really good on the road now because it looks nothing like anything else.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at the front end of this thing, right? I mean, like, yeah. You know, when are you going to see something like this, right? It looks JDM as fuck, but also so appropriate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the SH too. Yeah. That's super cool.
You know, my
buddy had an SH Prelude.
Nice.
I drove it. It was like 2000, I think.
Nice, man.
It was awesome.
I don't think I ever made the correlation of how much that front end, that it looks like Nissan stole that front end for the G35. So let me pull up a picture of the G35 for the Infiniti.
Yeah, like the original G35, you mean?
Yeah. So like what year would that, well, if we're looking at G35s, let's see. Oh yeah, here's a good example, I think. This one here. Come on, internet.
It'd be like 04 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That one that came out?
Right. So here's one, right? Mm-hmm. Now look at the Prelude, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like that lower grille, headlights like twice to three times the size.
I see it though, but that general shape and just the direction that they kind of like angle out.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nissan, you've bitten the style of some companies before. Mm-hmm. You know, I always thought like the little Nissan, there was like that 200 hatchback that looked like a tiny Saab. Yeah, I don't know. I think that they have absorbed some styling cues in the past.
So we're calling out towing companies, Doritos, and Nissan for plagiarism.
You just made me laugh, and a little toot came out.
Oh my god!
It's very late.
It's time to wrap up.
It's very late. As soon as I loot, it is time to wrap up. That's a laugh toot for anybody who doesn't know. Ian, I'm buying this Infiniti G35 for $1,500.
Add to cart.
No, I'd get I would get a Prelude instead. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Did we do a car show, Ian?
We did a car show.
Okay. All right, buddy. Okay.
We did a remote car show.
We did.
If people enjoyed this, whatever it was, Dave calling out corporate America.
Don't use where to towing.
Yeah. You can email us at apexadjacent@gmail.com, or you can call us and leave us a voicemail.
720.
And we will get to next week.
You're right. Sorry to step on you there.
No, you're good. What's the number?
720-515-1391.
Maybe a little late to start an ASMR podcast after you just admitted to farting like 30 seconds ago.
Hey Siri, call 303. Yeah. Hey Siri, call 720-515-1391.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're on the media's social as always. Hit us up there. And stay safe, and we love you.
We love you, everybody.
Bye.